friends. Let's get ready for an eye doctor appointment. Are there any, you've heard of like type A people, right? Like very organized, very listy. I don't know what else. I'm sure like probably has a cleaned out purse and a cleaned out car, and you probably have an umbrella with you at all times. And then there's like the opposite, which I didn't know that it was called like type B or type C. I'm pretty sure I fall into that category. And I have been needing to get an eye exam for a while now. And I have one pair of contacts left. And it's a daily pair. So you're supposed to be switching them out every single day. I just haven't. And so I don't want my eyes to be damaged. So I'm headed to the eye doctor today. Because I've just been sleeping in these dailies, which is not good for you. And then my eye has kind of been like having some sharp pains lately. And so then I got nervous. What if it's because I've been sleeping in these daily contacts? Maybe I stared at a sunset too long. I have no idea. So I'm just gonna go today, get new contacts, and hopefully have the eye doctor tell me like your eyes are fine. I don't know why I'm getting like this pain in my eye, but hopefully he just says everything's okay. But I've not wanted to go to the eye doctor because I've been nervous. What if he says it's not okay? So it's like a cycle. Is anyone else this way? You're like, oh, I don't know. I'd rather just not. Okay. Pomifera Youth Activating Serum. It's so good for your, it's just like amazing under your makeup, amazing before bed. Obsessed with this stuff. I've had this for like 6 or 7 months now. I don't think I'm close to the bottom. I can't tell. Great. One day I'm gonna run out, but right now it's still going good. So anyways, say hey when you're hopping on. What have you been doing today? Oh, Erin, you tried the Control from You. It tastes so good, especially with the trim. Yay. Okay. Super Boost C Serum. This is just gonna help even out skin tone. I have misplaced my jellyfish wand. I used it on Sunday night Skincare Live, and I haven't seen it since. I've looked for it. I don't know where it is. So if I can't find it, I'll have to order another one. I think I'm gonna do the same thing you're doing. A control and a trim fit. I was trying to decide if I needed a control and trim fit or if I just wanted collagen. I haven't done collagen yet today. I think I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm outfit repeating, so shh, don't tell anybody. I think this is just the cutest sweatshirt, and I had thrown it in the floor when I took it off last night, and then Veda kept getting up on and off throughout the night, so I threw it back on to like take her back and forth to her room. And we're asking ChatGPT for advice on what to do with, like last night it sounded like she was being murdered. She was like screaming, just the loudest screams I've ever heard scream in my whole life from a tiny human. And she just keeps coming back to her room over and over. And then when she doesn't get her way, she's screaming. And when she doesn't, and this is new, like in the last couple days. And it is like kicking, screaming. And so I ChatGPT'd, what do we do? We have this tiny 4-year-old human that is screaming, refusing to sleep in her bed, hitting, and it gave advice, basically that we're just supposed to take her back to her room, say, I love you, it's nighttime, you're safe, and then don't say anything else. And every time she comes to our room, we're supposed to do the same thing. Instead, I'm like reading a book and rocking, and then when I go to leave, she screams again, and she's been having nightmares, yes. And then she's scared to be alone, scared to go to sleep. So she's had some bad dreams, and now she's just scared. and she wants to sleep in her sister's rooms, or like grandma was in town all week and she just left, so she had somebody sleeping in her bed with her. Now, last night she doesn't. Anyways, I gotta figure it out because it's nuts. My Aura said it's charging right now, but this morning it was like, you had 3 hours of sleep. You had a lot of interruptions last night. Do you know what caused them? I'm like, yes, I know what caused them. So it's time to just buckle down and be like, I just hate the crying. But I also don't want somebody who just screams at you all the time. That's not healthy. It's like we gotta have better, productive ways. Okay, I have like about a little more than a half scoop of Control with, actually tastes so good, with my Trim Fit. This combo, the Control tastes like cotton candy. It is so good. And I do feel bad for it because I hated having bad dreams as a child, and I hate them as a grown-up, and I know that that can be really scary. And I'm really like sympathetic, like empathetic, so I have a hard time with sticking to like, okay, you can snuggle for 5 minutes, then you have to go back to bed. But apparently I'm making it worse because she's like getting her way. So, and yeah, missing grandma. If grandma could just sleep in her bed forever, that'd be perfect. Okay, pouring this over ice because it's so good. Okay, I have something exciting to tell you. Oh, first of all, I saw a lot of people asking links for necklaces, jewelry. These are like little Amazon. This looks like a ring I got from France, but this one's actually from Amazon, and it's multiple colors instead of just all black. This one's from Amazon, lavender blue with a 40% discount. I put everything in the description of the video that I thought maybe you would want a link for. 25% off for supplements if you need supplements, if you're trying to like jumpstart your weight loss, you want stuff to help with appetite control, all of it. So anyways, that's all in the description of the video. So hopefully you find what you need. If you don't, then you can send me a message and I'll send it to you. So, or you can say me below and I'll send the links to your inbox. Okay, I have a surprise to tell you. Actually, I'll see if anyone can guess what it is, but it's like something really fun and exciting that I've always wanted to do. Can you guess? Can you guess? So the girls sleep in the same room together. I would love if one of them would just sleep with her, but she goes to bed at like 8, but she's waking up around midnight every night scared. So we even talked about possibly putting a little cot or mattress or something in their room, and just if she wakes up at midnight, letting her, they share a bathroom anyways, but letting her just sleep in their room with them until she's over this. But I'm like, is that giving in, or is that just like good for her? I don't know. Parenting therapist, tell me. So good. So Trim Fit helps with like appetite control, burning fat, boosts your mood, but it does have caffeine. And a lot of customers were having a hard time with, if they're caffeine sensitive, can't take Trim Fit. So that's why they introduced Control. But I've been doing this combo. Control is just full of fiber, tastes like cotton candy, and it has saffron for your mood, and it really makes you not hungry. And so I've been putting a little bit of Control, like about a half scoop, with my Trim Fit every day, and just the taste of it is delicious. And then sometimes I'll throw my greens in as well. Okay, so really fun. I haven't seen anybody try and guess. Bummer. I was gonna see if one of you could get it right. Is there something that you think I've always wanted to do, and I'm getting the opportunity to do it? Can someone guess what it is? I can't give you like all the details yet, but it's gonna be really fun. Got in a new dewy primer. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but my other primer, I was almost to the point I was gonna have to cut it free, like toothpaste. You know, when you cut out the last bit of your toothpaste. Or maybe you just toss it, but I always cut it out and get every last drop of pretty much anything I buy. Why am I seeing no comments? Can someone just say hi, just so I can own a farm? Oh, that's a good one, Melissa. Unfortunately, it's not that, but I would love that. The farm we were originally going to go look at, the guy has raised the price on it, and he's been weird about us even getting to go out there, and it is too far away. It's like 2 hours, and we did that trip a few weeks ago to stay 2 nights at a beach house with all the kids, and it was a 2-hour drive, and it was a nightmare. Everybody fought. I was like, there's no way we're going out to a farm. Going to Mexico. I did earn a trip to Mexico. It's actually in February, but I messaged today and said I couldn't go. Just because I have a thing for Beautiful You in Florida 2 weeks later, and it'll be like, it would have been that Mexico trip, our family ski trip, and then it would have been a trip to Florida, all back to back to back to back. And even though part of it was paid for, I would be away from the kids, and I'm already going to be away from the kids a couple of days after we get back from the ski trip, and I just felt guilty, so I said no. But it's from Pomifera, so happy, proud of myself that I earned that, but I said no to it just because I'm in a season where, I don't know, where my Beta's not sleeping well and the kids are all here. I would love Tina if I was on HGTV. That would be so good. Gail, you guys actually have a lot of fun stuff going on. I did get my very first Amazon gift card. So I have been trying to do the Amazon influencing for a long time, and I have never gotten like a bonus or a gift card. I've always bought everything out of pocket and either showed it and half the time returned it, or showed it and whatever. But after November and December, because you guys were clicking my Amazon storefront and shopping and everything, I got my first Amazon gift card and my first like Amazon sponsored haul, which is a really big deal. That's not the big deal that's gonna happen, but I would also love to make my own makeup line. You guys know me so well. Not buying a new house, not that I know of. Staying here for, it's probably a long time. Dawn, skydiving, I would rather get my foot ran over by a golf cart. It would be my worst nightmare in my whole life to have to go skydiving. Couldn't do it. Oh. We are going to ski. Definitely can do a live group with you guys. I would love a hot air balloon ride. I would also love to be an interior designer. I just want to do. So it does have to do with missions related, Sharon. And Janet, you got it. Do lives for travel. So we have an opportunity this summer to do travel vlogging. Are you kidding? I could like almost cry. So we have a really cool opportunity, and like where we're getting to say either free, discounted, or paid to go to certain places and travel vlog. I'll still do my daily lives with you guys. I'll still do my regular stuff, but could be a really fun way to do cool stuff with our kids. I've said this my whole thing. I would love to do travel vlogging. And so we're also gonna have the opportunity to go do some like mission type work where we're going. And there's an orphanage there that we have gotten in contact with working with, and a couple other things. So it will be like part travel with your family, vlog about it, right? Part philanthropist, helping, giving back, making a difference, you know, and I think that's really important for your kids to see as well. And then the other part will be like enjoying a trip. So they'll come with us. Yeah, they'll come with us, and it'll be really great. So there's like certain things. So Christian already has plans to go to Tennessee for the summer. He doesn't like long travel, and he doesn't like crowds, and he doesn't like, so he had already actually, before this happened, already has plans to be in Tennessee this summer. And this is, which makes me a little sad because it's like his last summer before he turns 18, but he already wasn't going to be here this summer, so it's really irrelevant. So he was going to stay up with grandma and do that. So he's doing that. And then as far as the dog, I don't know if my sister will come here or if one of our friends will just keep her while we're gone. So, but I personally love doing like trips, travel. I think my life can get kind of boring. Like right now, we're getting ready to go to the eye doctor. Like, you know, and so it's not nearly as exciting as like, what if we were getting ready to go do XYZ, and then you get to follow along for it. So that has been like on my, if you made like a list of things you'd like to do, other ones that you guys would were totally right on, if I could ever go on HGTV, or if I could go to doing interior design or any of those, I would love all of that. But the only wild card would be if by miracle we got pregnant. I don't know if we would still be able to do it, or if I could just do that while being pregnant. But so far we haven't gotten pregnant, so we'll still keep trying, but it'll be so fun. Somebody yesterday sent a message, and they're like, do you ever just feel like you can pinch yourself? Like, is this real life? And I was like, yes. Like, every day I am just so excited and so grateful, and so like, the only way I can describe it is feeling like I got to do wife swap or life swap with someone from like back in the day to now, and I got to do it, and then I've gotten to like, I didn't get to go back. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is such a dream of mine. So I'm trying to grow my hair out, but I'm not having a great time. It's probably because I bleached it and then bleached it. So, which is my own fault. It's just taking a little longer. With that said, I should probably add another, like a scoop of collagen, but I'll do collagen and greens tonight. Collagen helps your hair grow faster. I'll show you how long my hair is right now. And then it is growing a little longer. So than how short it was, but just at like a weird length right now. I probably need to brush it before I put it up. Okay, I'm not fixing it. So, but this is how long it is currently. So it's like, I have that weird stage where it's not short, it's not long. Ellie, thank you for using our storefront to do your Christmas shopping. It's the first time I've ever gotten, so obviously I'm trying to have been doing this like as my job. And a few years ago, we did do an Amazon partnership, and that's where most of our income was coming from. And then something happened, I don't know exactly what, but it just like went from being like a good portion of our income to like making $68 for the whole month, or $22, or like a couple months ago, it got down to $22. And I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. Like I had them check into my links, like all these different things. And so, I do love working with Amazon, but my goal was like, I'd like to get to where I could get gift cards so that I could show you guys stuff without it coming out of my pocket and then me returning, like, and then get gift cards that I could share with you guys. And then also my job has like a lot of unpredictability, I guess is what you would call it, with, you know, you never know. Some months are better than others, and some months new products shop that are amazing, and other months it's like people are busy buying family vacations and back to school supplies, and it might be slower. You know, it's just like a little different. And so I was like hoping Christmas would pick up, and mention it on a live or two, that like if you guys are shopping my storefront before you're shopping, like that really helps. And you guys, it was like such a blessing, and I just appreciate you and Ellie, thank you for doing that, and everybody else who clicked my link before they did their shopping. And then but it was our first time we've gotten to get, I don't get the gift card yet, it should come in, they pay 60 days out, so it'll be, we should be getting close, right, post Christmas. So anyways, yeah, but I think that that's kind of the cool part about this, is like maybe we do travel stuff, maybe we do Amazon, maybe we do hair, like we do all, maybe we just, I don't know, it's just fun. And I'm grateful for each one of you that is like here for it. And if you're like, I didn't follow you for your family, I wanted to learn hair tutorials, and I still try and show all of those, but I actually share a lot of just like life. And so if you want hair tutorial only, I might not even be your favorite person. But if you want like a best friend on the internet that we can talk about our day and like hang out, then let's do that. Okay, so Ophir, this is the shade Mesa, and it is a cream bronzer, and I really like the color of it. And then they just launched new setting powders from Ophir. This is the shade Oat, Hazelnut, Butter. This is the one I use. Butter or eggshell? I think it's butter. Let's try it out. The necklaces are lavender blue, all three of them, and I have a 40% off discount code in the description of the video. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. Ophir has what I would say is the best setting powder I've ever used, and they have been sold out. This is the shade Butter, just restocked. And you can tell the difference, like under eyes. I recently bought it looks like I'm picking my nose, but I'm not. The MAC Studio, it's a loose, really like this loose powder form. But I love that this one has more of like a yellow tint to it. And I just got that in between waiting for this to restock. If you have advice, like what is it exactly you enjoy? I saw a friend who, she posts mostly about clothes, but she posted on her thing like, do you like follow me for clothes or for hair or family or travel or like all the above, home stuff? Like if you have something that's your favorite, I love to know that, because my whole page is dedicated to like me guessing what I hope you want to see more of, you know? And really it's a lot of just like what I love. And so I just love sharing. I feel like if I love it, most of my friends with you guys will love it too, so. Okay, I went a little too low on my, no, I went a little too high. It's because I just put that on like it was blush. I was reading comments and there we go. We're gonna blend it all out. Okay. The light was really bright when I got in here, and now it's starting to storm or like rain clouds, and I'm gonna have to turn on a ring light. So something really cute that happened last night, Lola comes into my bedroom and I got her new fabric. She got a sewing machine for Christmas, if you missed that. Anyways, so I got her some new fabric. It came in yesterday or day before yesterday. So she started sewing. She has made a dress with sleeves and like just full little dress. and she was trying to figure out how to put the sleeves on, and she's just like absolutely loving sewing. And so I reached out to like ladies chat in our area and said, does anyone know of anyone who does sewing lessons? And I'm surprising her, and I got her sewing lessons for Friday afternoon, and I'm hoping this person can like help her make a dress. So cute. Okay, I'm gonna go in with, I think I'm gonna go in with like a little bright color of blush today because I really like this. It says enjoy the good days. Here for all of it. I love that. Sometimes it feels really silly because you're like, what would, like, I'll go stretches not talking in my stories because I'll sometimes have people be like, nobody cares, or like sending messages like certain things, and I'm like, you're right, I'm so sorry, like this was probably weird to share. And so, but honestly, I love like sharing what we're doing for a day, or if I find a good deal or like a hack. Okay, so this is the shade Watermelon. Oh my gosh, Tina, if she became a designer, I would just be, I took a picture of her dress last night and I told Adam, I was like, okay, I want to save this as her first dress. So if she, like, she's always been my very, very crafty child, always making like gluing things and making cards and scrapbooking and just like beads and necklaces and wanting to sew and wanting to do stuff. And so she might be a fashion designer. Wouldn't that be fun? She's always had a really funky style where she would put together like unicorn with sparkles, with glitter, with, she used to wear these like fur gloves where her fingers popped out and like a cattail, but she would wear like the whole outfit and she'd wear it out, but she was like 5. Love it. Okay, so no one feels like it's weird for me to post about, you know, our life, our family. That's so good. Great feedback, because as someone who does do that, sometimes you're like, is this cringe? So I really love that you just are here for it all. That makes me so happy because I'm here to like share it all. And sometimes I get this feeling like, am I sharing this? And maybe it's because you watch what everyone else is doing and compare yourself and you're like, okay, maybe, oops, that was backwards. Maybe I should be doing what so-and-so's doing, or maybe what I'm doing is like cringy or not cool or out of date and I should do something different. I don't know. But okay, I have like the itchiest nose. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes when you like put makeup on, I feel like it'll make my nose run or itch. Yeah, she's trying to sew, there's no patterns or anything. She's just sewing, like, she made these 2-layered puffy sleeves and put them on, like, she put her dress on last night. I'll share a story later. I was so proud of her. Okay. Going in with, this is the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit. I have it listed in my Amazon storefront. I wear the shade 4.5, I believe. Yeah, 4.5. That's the biggest one. It's like trying not to compare. So, and I just don't want to not be doing maybe what adds value to others. So it was great feedback. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. That's good, because sometimes I'm like, oh. Okay, I have not been working out the way I'm supposed to. I had signed up with a trainer to do a certain amount of workouts, meal plan, all that. And with the holiday, everything else, I just text the guy and I was like, listen, I picked the wrong time. I like can't even find time to go to the bathroom by myself, really try and go to the gym like alone for an hour is just not practical. I have to wait for the kids to go back to school, and now they're back to school. Also, I've got like 3.5 hours sleep, so I was gonna go today, but I was just so tired this morning. So if anyone would like to start like going to the gym, you feel like your Christmas was nuts too, everything was like not quite the way you expected, you're ready to get back at it, and you want to do it together. Anybody want to do that with me? Well, she didn't use a pattern because she doesn't know how to use a pattern, and I don't know how to teach her. Oh, Tanya. She said, I hope you don't mind me asking, but would you consider sharing your story? I remember reading about you being a single mom and struggling, and that's where I am right now. I'm a single mom of 7, just looking for a little hope, and watching you is very encouraging. Oh my gosh, bless your heart, Tanya. How old are your kids? Okay, so I was a single mom, not of 7, but of 3, and I got a divorce in, let's see, separated in 2017, got a divorce finalized in May of 2018. So, and then I met Adam in the fall, winter, I guess, of 2018. We dated a little bit, broke up, and then maybe the end of the next summer got back together, and then ended up getting married. So, but my biggest thing would be like, I feel like God showed up during that season more than I have ever been able to see his hand in my life of any time. Literally from like strangers buying my gas to, I mean, I would pay my tithe, or I would like do things, and I did not have it to do it. And God just like, you can't outgive God. Like he just took care of the desires of my heart and took care of our needs. And sometimes it was like day by day, not knowing how we were going to provide or what was going to happen, but he took care of it. And it was like, and now same thing, like there are times where I'm like, oh my gosh, like what are we going to do? Like our Amazon has gotten down to $22, and obviously we can't live on $22, and stressed out about this. And then something else happens that you're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. And like, God totally took care of that. And like, my biggest thing would be like tithe, even when you don't have it, that like, it doesn't make sense to the world, and like put God first, pray, and then like watch him do things. That would be my, like, if you're looking for hope, the best hope. I mean, I could tell you like, put yourself out there, date, whatever, like hope, like spend that time like just enjoying it being just you and your kids, or you can have cereal for dinner and like watch whatever shows you guys want. And there are some like really amazing memories that I have like during that. And then there's also really sad ones where you're like lonely and, you know, all of it. But that would be, if I could give hope to anyone, my hope would not be anything that I have like accomplished on my own. It would literally be Jesus. And then pray that God gives you like a community, a support system, like put people in your life that are gonna be there to like be a shoulder to cry on, or to love on, or and he will totally send you people. Okay, this is that. It's the most ridiculous name. Lil Heat, I-L-I. No, L-I-L. I read that backwards. But that's why when I say, like, I feel like I got to do like life swap, and then, I mean, the Lord has just I now, like, we live in the Caribbean now, like, so much of what my 5-year plan would have looked like, or what my dream board looked like, or what my, you know, I can see so much of God's hand. And then some things that I wanted didn't work out. Like, some things that I thought would be big didn't, or we took risks and they failed, you know. But overall, I can just see, like, God, so good. This makeup brush is a Morphe M433. I want to say I got it at TJ Maxx, but it's just like a fluffy crease brush. I love this eyeshadow palette. It is so beautiful. I want a little more because I have a lot of pink and red going on. But I just pray that, like, God just puts people around you that will help you and be there for you, and that you don't feel alone or so helpless, that He's got it all under control. And even when we can't see what's happening, He is, like, working for our good. Right. What should we do? Do you like this? I like it. Don't like the name, but I like the palette. I find myself, like, grabbing for this a lot. That'd be really cute to do. Let's see what kind of lip we could do. I'm gonna do my mascara and then a fun lip. So the palette name, it's from Ophir. It is Lil Heat. Lil Heat. I know, such a goofy name. My dad's on here. Hi, Dad. He's back in the United States. I want to say he was in Seattle yesterday, but I think he's headed to Vegas. Okay, so this mascara is from Pomifera, and it is a really natural lengthening mascara. Pomifera for skincare, they do have that deal going where if you spend $125, you get a free full-size gift. If you spend $150, you get 2 free full-size gifts. And the mascara, any of their, like, health supplements, or any of their, like, makeup or skincare, all count towards that. Lil Heat. Yeah, Sandy. I don't know who came up with that. I don't really use a lash curler, Claire. When I was in 7th grade, I was clamping down on my eyelashes, and someone came in my bedroom, and I turned my head and I ripped a good portion of my eyelashes out, and I've just never used one since. So, funny story, I thought my dad came here to surprise me today. So, my dad has, like, a knock. Does anyone have, like, a whistle or a knock or, like, something, like, distinctive that when you hear it, you're like, oh, that's my dad, right? So my dad has a knock, and he also has, like, a whistle that's like, but it's really loud. Sometimes I'll hear people in the grocery store or something, and I'm like, not my dad. Or if I was at the grocery store with him growing up, or anywhere, the lake, whatever, Dad had this whistle that was like, get over here. And my sister and I both know it, right? He has a certain whistle. Well, he also has a certain knock, and it's probably not like, maybe other people knock like this too, so it might not be super distinctive, but he has this knock, and he knocks at the door like this. Just like that, right? And that's like how we knocked if we were going to someone's house, how, like, at my papa's house, like, wherever. That's just like his knock. So today, so I know my dad has flown into Seattle yesterday, and then I thought he's going to Vegas. Well, I hear a knock at my door that sounds just like that. And I was at my table, this is this morning, and I was at my table, and I was like, did my dad decide to come here and surprise me? So I got up. It was the mosquito man. He needed me to open our fence so he could go spray for mosquitoes in the backyard. But I thought it was my dad. And I have like a frosted glass door. So I like open it and I was like, is it my dad? No, it was the mosquito guy. But it was funny. So, anyways. Karen, you've been here since 2018. Patricia, you're late to hopping on. Well, I'm glad you'll be able to catch the replay, and I'm glad you're here for this part. Oh, Felicia, she said, my dad passed away a couple years ago, and it seems like I hear or see him sometimes. I know it's not him, but I guess I just notice other men with his mannerisms. I feel like that with my papa. I'll see somebody and it reminds me, I'm like, oh man, I have to be careful not to, or like he had a certain colored truck. And when I lived back in Tennessee, it was worse because I would see like his truck, or a truck that looked like his. And then I forgot my uncle got his truck when he passed away. And we went to my aunt and uncle's house one day to go over to eat. And my papa's truck, his actual truck, he had already passed away, but his truck was in their driveway. And my thought was, Papa's here. And then it like hit me that he wasn't alive anymore. And it's like one of the only times I've had this like I forgot. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. No, so I totally understand. So I was like, okay, we have to pull it together. Okay. So, Tracy, 10 years? Yeah, I started doing Unique in 2015. So probably, some of you have probably been around almost a decade. It's 2026 now. It's just crazy. Also, something I find really funny is I will get messages sometimes from you guys that you had a dream and I was in it. Like, oh, you were at our house for Christmas, or oh, you were, like, I was on the phone with you, or you came to, I had a dream about da 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 da, and you were there. And I was like, isn't it funny how our brains can like put dreams together? I just feel like that's so crazy. Or like when you have a dream about a celebrity, I'm like, I've never met them ever, but in my dream, they had the worst attitude. Or in my dream, they, you know. Also, sometimes in my dream, I don't ever really have dreams where I'm like mean to people. But I had a dream not too long ago that Adam was having an affair with an ice skater. And she was in a leotard with like a little skirt, and she was blonde and really cute. And in my dream, which I'm not a good ice skater, I chased her down and like headbutted her into the ground. I have never even thought about hitting anyone my whole life, like ever. But in my dream, I was like busting her up. I woke up so angry. Have you ever had dreams where you're like mad, and then you're like, well, that's psycho, Courtney, from the dream. Let's find a cute lip color. I'm like, can you believe that? It's nuts. All right, I'm trying to find something. I do think it's like a really cute. This is called Desert Rose. I feel like that's a little browner than I'm wanting. Okay, I'm gonna do Desert Rose with a coral lip liner. We're gonna see how we like that. It's insane. I was like, I woke up and I felt like I needed to repent to the Lord for like being so mean to someone in my dream. I also had a dream once that I slashed someone's tires. Never even thought about doing that, but it was another thing like that where something crazy happened, and in my dream I was like, slash their tires, and I woke up and had to be like, Lord, please forgive me. And why am I feeling so angry? Okay, let's see. Elizabeth said, that's so funny. I actually had a dream last night of being at a camp and you were in my cabin. Yes! I get messages all the time that I'm in people's dreams, or that they listen to me to go to sleep. I think that's what might happen too, is apparently from the sources, I've been told that like, your voice is really peaceful. I get anxiety at night. This is like recurring messages. And I love to listen to you to go to sleep. Even my husband like recognizes your voice because I listen to you. And just a lot of messages of people being like, hey, I just want to thank you for like doing what you do. That it's really adds a lot of like peace to my life kind of thing. And I'm like, maybe it's because if you listen to me as you're going to bed or right before bed, you're watching a live. That maybe I'm on your mind. Randy, I dreamed my husband and I went on a vacation with you and Adam. Yeah. That's so great. I love it. Yeah, those are my two main dreams. And that is, Christian says he has dreams where he's like flying, fighting. Sometimes his fists will be like made of rock and he could punch through walls, and like I have never had any dreams like that ever. The only he's like, you don't get superpowers in your dream? Like, no. Do you get superpowers in your dreams? I haven't. The only thing I can say I would consider a superpower is I was a mermaid once in my dream. And I could talk underwater and breathe underwater. And that's how I realized I was a mermaid, because I was like, I don't have to go up for air. I'm a mermaid. And in my dream, my legs like turned to a fishtail. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Dreams are so crazy. I might have to sharpen this a little more because I think I broke it off. Okay, so this is a very coral color, but we're gonna mix it with either a light pink or this brick red. We're gonna decide after. You don't remember your dreams? No sound? Try hopping out and hopping back on. When you dream about celebrities, they're usually your best friends. Same. Yeah, no superpowers for me. Adam says he has dreams where he flies too, or he'll like stand at the edge and be like, can I fly? He'll just like jump. Like, it must be, maybe it's a boy thing? Ask your husbands. So I used to have these recurring dreams when I was nursing, that I was nursing like tons of children, or I think it would be I would be asleep and my chest would get so full, so in my dream I'm like needing to nurse someone. And like in one of my dreams I had this recurring dream that I was like a wet nurse, like I guess back in the day, but people just would bring their kids to me and I would have all these little kids around and it was my job to nurse them. And I just felt like it was such a weird dream because I've never nursed anybody's kids other than my own. And I would be like, this is just such an odd dream. I'm gonna go with this one because I think I'm gonna like that as a good combo. And then, you know, we're like, these dreams. I don't know if I like how this looks. Okay, I'm like blending it together with this, see if we like it. You throw hands so hard in your dreams that it's only a tap when it comes to God, and then it's only a tap when it comes to context of the thing or person. Okay, Sonia says, I saw a movie when I was a kid when drive-ins were movie, but I saw a movie about giant rabbits and I still have ugly dreams about that movie. It was so scary. That's why I can't watch scary stuff. I can't watch anything scary because it totally comes into my dreams. Before I had kids, I used to have a dream. I had a cat, and it was an orange cat, and his name was Tucker. And I had dreams that someone was gonna kidnap my cat and take it. And I was trying to find my cat because people kept coming into my house and stealing it. It was horrible, horrible dream. The story of nursing babies reminds me of how much bottled water you donated during COVID. Always looking out for others, have such a good heart. Yeah, but it causes me a lot of anxiety because I worry not only about like me, but I am worried about everybody. Like, are all my friends safe? Are all the people I know safe? Will my kids be safe? And this is for like everything. Like, do we have enough food storage? Do we have enough? Like right now I have hardly any and I really should have more, but it's not hurricane season. But I worry about, but during COVID, I was such a crazy lady. I got so much stuff because I just kind of get nervous. Like that I would need, I bought a water thing that you could pump your pool and use your pool water as filtered water. I also got a commercial freezer that was like bigger than this wall. No, yes. Bigger than this dresser piece and tall. It was like what would be in a gas station. But that was all they had available. And I was like, if we can't get a freezer, we need this. And I got it. And couldn't bring that down here. Anyways, but yeah, I can't really watch the news. It's like not good for my heart. People often are like, how rude, you didn't talk about whatever happened on the news. This is all throughout my doing this. And I honestly am like, I don't know what's going on in the news because I will have crippling anxiety. So I'm sorry I didn't talk about it, but I literally can't turn it on. And anything news related, I like not interested. Like I would rather just be like an ostrich with my head in the ground because it causes me so much worry that I can't fix, that I can't handle it. So I'm so sorry if anyone ever thinks that I'm just like heartless because I don't talk about things going on in our world right now. But I don't know what it is that's happening because I don't watch it. During your last hurricane, you bought life jackets. People thought you were nuts. I don't think you're nuts. Have you seen the people? It floods. What happens if you get swept in a flood? You'll be glad you have a life jacket. Yeah. Oh, good. You love that I don't talk about the news. That's perfect. I can't do it. I like physically can't. It makes me so nervous. I can't watch about anything like bad or sad happening. I am incredibly, like it makes me almost like I can feel myself getting emotional. It makes me really emotional. It makes me really anxious. It makes me really sad. I'm very empathetic. I get like really nervous and so I can't do it. No, so don't worry. You don't have to worry. We could just be ostriches together. Yeah. It gives you peace not hearing about. Perfect. Gives me peace too. So we'll just all be in it together. So I don't think we were designed. This is my personal opinion. I don't think we were designed to know what all is happening in the world every single day, every moment. Like sometimes I will think, I bet the Amish aren't worried about this. No, because they have no idea. You only know what's going on in your community of what's going on. And I think that's how we were supposed to be. I don't know. Are you guys liking this lip at all? Should we keep it? Should we make it more red? Anything? Is that a good color? I feel like it's in between not bright and not, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's fighting with this color. Yeah, birds of a feather flock together. Apparently a lot of us are ostrich. Just, this will be our happy place where we just talk about things we love and encourage each other and try and get our like lives focused on what we can actually control. So, okay friends, I gotta go. I have to go to the eye doctor. These are the glasses I got off of Amazon. I linked them. Well, because I thought maybe you needed glasses too, if you wanted them. But I'm taking these frames to my eye doctor. Last time I went to the eye doctor, I was suckered in to a pair of frames that were so expensive. Most of you probably know I don't do the best with not losing things. I try, but sometimes I just like, especially things that, you know, anyways, an expensive pair of frames is not smart for me. I have ever only got 2 nice pairs of sunglasses. Like everything is Amazon because I do struggle with like, what if I sat on it? What if I left it at a hotel? I don't want like an expensive pair of frames. So these are my favorite Amazon frames. I wear them a lot. They're blue light glasses. They're really cute. But I'm taking these and having them put my prescription in them. And if you didn't know you could do that, you can. So love these. So they're 30% off right now. And I put the link in the description of the video. So it makes them $14. So yes, Tara, I believe that. Before this age of technology we're in, we didn't know nearly as many things as we do today. And we all got along just fine. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I'm like, I don't think I was like cut out for it. Okay, I'm gonna change this lip. I'm gonna just do like a light pink. I feel like there's something about it I'm not loving. And then I'm hopping off because I do have to go. Do I even have anything I can like wipe on? I got a cardboard box. Yeah, glasses, I was like, these are great. I'm gonna take them. So I've been the worst eyeglass person, contact wearer. I really should look into LASIK, except it makes me so nervous. The idea of them like cutting part of your eye. Cringe. So I've been sleeping in the same pair of daily contacts for a while now. Because I didn't have it. I have one more pair. And I was like, I can't use my last pair because what if I need it? And then I lost my frames that were my prescription, and I have a high prescription, so I can't see without them. Anyways, so today we are going to go get that fixed. Okay, I'm just gonna do just a regular cute pink lip. I should have to figure out what I'm gonna use. Oops, drop that. I'm gonna use this one, Whirl from MAC. That's what everybody has told me. Just go get it done. Get LASIK, best thing I ever did. Yeah, so you can save a lot if you get your frames from like online versus at the eye doctor's office. And I don't like to not wear my contacts at night because what if I need to get up and I need to see? What if something happens? I don't know. So I probably need to do LASIK. It's a matte liquid lipstick. I don't want that. Pink, and then just that, if I can find the hue hydrator I used a few minutes ago, that's really what I'm looking for. Okay, if not, this is from Pomifera. It's Glaze Crush, and it's a really great color. Okay, get the Air Optic night and day contacts. Jessica, I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, Ellie, you and me, we're twins. She says, I sleep in my contacts even though they tell me not to because I'm afraid something will happen and I won't be able to see. Oh no. Jeannie, your sister is now blind in one eye from LASIK. Don't tell me that. Okay, I think this looks a lot better. This color is so cute. If you've not ever tried their glaze lip glosses from Pomifera, they're really, really affordable. They're huge and they're not sticky, but they are really hydrating. I really like these. Yes, your eyes need oxygen. And I know I'm gonna go in there today and he's gonna say, have you been sleeping in your contacts? And I'm gonna have to be like, why, yes. Yes, I have, because I lost my glasses when we were in Rome in March, and then I never got another pair made. And then I think they need a different rule because currently I couldn't get a refill on my contacts because I needed an exam. Your exam's only good for 1 year. Well, I needed a refill like September or October, and I couldn't get any more. So they're like, you have to get an eye exam before you can get a refill on contacts. I haven't had time for that. So instead, I've just been wearing the same pair of contacts. I wear AccuView Oasis, and I absolutely love them. So they're really hydrating. They don't dry my eyes out. If you do sleep in them, your eyes don't hurt after. Anyways, here you go. I'm gonna go take these with me. I'm gonna put them right here so I don't lose them. I'm gonna hop off. I gotta go get an eye exam. Anyways, I love you guys. Hope you have the best day. If you have questions about anything, you can send me a message. I'll show you the full little outfit. The pants are no longer available on Aerie. I'm gonna tuck my thing up here. I'm gonna wear blue little tennis shoes that I linked yesterday. I wore the shirt yesterday. I would say nobody will know, but actually probably hundreds of thousands of people will know. Outfit repeater, but that's okay. It's really cute. And I did get this from Pink Lily. I'm wearing a size medium. And yesterday I wore it with red leggings and I thought it was really cute. And today I'm wearing it with these and I also think it looks cute. So anywho, I love you. Hope you have a good day and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out with me.